Hello guys, I remain my humble self, Prince the Legend. If this is the first time you're watching my video, please click the subscription button to be the first to get it. I am not a die-hard football fan, but the story of this man called Jean-Pierre Adams really touched me. So I did a little research, and here is what happened and what transpired in the life of the footballer. Jean-Pierre Adams was born in Dakar, Senegal. Adams left his native country with his grandmom on a pilgrimage to Montargis. Montargis is a tiny village in the north-central region of France, when he was enlisted in the Saint-Louise de Montargis school before being adopted by a French couple. Jean-Pierre Adams is an extraordinary man with an extraordinary tale. Like his spell in Nice, his international career would be put to bed by the injury he suffered in the 1976 to 1977 season, with the last of his 22 international appearances coming in 1976 against Denmark. Still, Adams would go on to play for Paris between 1977 and 1979. On the third day of a coaching course in the spring of 1982, Adams suffered a knee injury and headed to a hospital in Lyon the morning after. The first scan showed that the tendon towards the back of the knee had been damaged, but an unplanned meeting with a surgeon in his way out of hospital would prove to be the turning point in his life. He was convinced that the best way to treat the ailment was through surgery. After 3 calls to the hospital, his wife was finally told to come here. Now, and being in such an emotional state, she was joined by 2 officials of the hospital, where they were told that her husband had gone into coma. For 5 days and 5 nights, Mrs. Adams sat beside her husband, looking desperate, with her 2 young children, both boys, being looked after by their grandparents. The question that needs to be answered is, how did a simple knee operation resulted in someone slipping into a coma? And the answer is both simple and complicated. The simple part is that there was a problem with the administration of anesthetic, which created an unwanted air bubble, causing something known as bronchospasm, which covers a whole array of breathing difficulties. Adam's brain was starved of oxygen, forcing him into a coma. In November, he was moved out of hospital into a smaller one in Chalon, where the couple lived. Despite the obviously precarious nature of the situation, there was still a nonchalant approach from the staff, with Adams losing 11 kg in the space of a month and having to undergo another unnecessary operation as the hospital infection has spread to his bones. Hospital suggested that he should be moved to an elderly residence, but his wife rejected this and instead opted to bring him back, where she would look after him. When Adams wasn't in his wheelchair, he could be found sitting in bed. His wife would sit him hour after hour, sleep with him in the same room, and turn him over in the middle of the night. Every night. She did this not out of necessity, but there were other options, but out of love and devotion to their childhood sweethearts. Some of Adams' former clubs as Nimes and PSG provided money for his treatment, with the French Football Federation contributing also. 39 years after Jean-Pierre went into operation, his wife was still caring for him, with hospitals unable to provide staff to look after him. But Adams can't speak, walk, or talk. But he's able to breathe by himself, digest his food, and open and close his eyes. Every day his wife gets him dressed and just sits by his side talking to him. Since Jean-Pierre Adams entered into coma, his wife hasn't lost hope of his situation, nor has she lost love for her husband. Jean-Pierre Adams is dead today, and that is what the story is all about. Yes, it's all about football, it's all about love, it's about tragedy, but it's foremost about just the sheer incredible strength of humanity. Please, if this is the first time you are watching my video, click the subscription button to be the first to get it. I remain my humble self, Prince, the legend. Please, what can you say about this video? Say your mind. All about love. The wife could be seen sit close to her husband for 39 good years, taking care of her husband, a white lady for that matter. This is a lesson to learn. This is a big lesson to learn. Please, you can comment at the comment section of this video. I remain my humble self, Prince Eno, the legend.